I wanna know you.
Rudeness is underrated. Like, I have a genuine appreciation for rude people. Growing up, I had to put up with constant teasing and eventually developed pretty thick skin. So when someone's rude to me, I'm not too fazed. To be honest, I tend to get along better with rude people. People who aren't afraid to tease or to be sarcastic. They put me on the defensive, but also at ease. My friends will always try to come to my aid, but for some reason, I've never minded it when someone makes fun of me, as long as they have no ill intent, of course. I think rudeness is a sign of informality, and carries with it a sense of friendliness. Around strangers, we have to tread lightly and censor ourselves lest we cause any offense. But around friends, we can joke and bicker without a second thought. We can make edgy jokes without fear of judgment and don't have to worry about feelings getting hurt because we know at the end of the day everything's cool. That's the charm of rudeness. For the first half of high school senior year, I ate lunch outside, often with a group of sophomore guys. I was so drawn to them because they weren't afraid to poke fun at me. Though they barely knew me, they had no qualms about pushing my buttons. Because they were so genuine and didn't bother to filter themselves, I felt comfortable around them. Rudeness conveys transparency. It's seen as rude to bluntly disagree with someone, but personally, I find it refreshing to see people voicing their views without fear of who's going to be butthurt about them. Every society also has certain topics that are considered taboo, and it's a nice change of pace when those topics are brought up and those taboos are violated. For example, I once got to witness a debate between an African American guy and a guy with mainly Jewish and Irish descent. The two argued over who had the least privileged ethnic background. Everything from the potato famine to segregation to slavery to the Holocaust was brought up, and I loved listening in on every second of it. Never in my life did I think I'd see a white person claim to be less privileged than a black person. It was such an outrageous claim to make, and by making it, the guy risked causing untold offense. But the fact that he didn't hold back made me respect him even more, and thanks to his rudeness, the two were actually able to engage in a really insightful conversation. So, in conclusion, whether rudeness is being used to dispel formality, to convey candidness, or to confront issues many are too polite to acknowledge, I think it's a valuable asset and deserves to be cut some slack.
Well, we fell apart just in time. Ooh, you say at least it was worth a try. At least it was worth